What's going on, everybody? You already know who it is. I am your guy, CT, and this is Let the Conversation Begin, man. We're going to get right into it. So, to all you sports fans out there, man, I have a serious topic that I want to speak about. So, you know the trade deadline just passed, and the biggest trade that happened was James Harden and your boy Ben Simmons. James Harden was at the Brooklyn Nets. Ben Simmons was at Philly. Okay. The problem that I have with even saying that, when y'all speak of the trade deadline, y'all just speak of the headline, to where when James Harden went, they also got meaning Philly also got James Harden and they got Paul Millsap. When Ben Simmons went to Brooklyn, Philly had to give up Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, not Steph Curry, Seth Curry. This is Steph Curry's brother. Had to give up Andrew Drummond, and they had to give up 2 first-round picks. So whenever y'all talk about trade, don't just take the headline, the 2 big names, and say, oh, this is what happened right here, because what happened, you think it was just a switch off. And that is a whole nother argument than the whole thing in its totality. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. But that's not the conversation. But here's the conversation. The 2 biggest people in there is James Harden and Ben Simmons. And I have a problem with this. And this might be a popular opinion, because I know we living in 2022 and beyond right now, and everybody is about their money. And everybody is about being treated right and being treated fairly. And I had this conversation with a lot of people. And a lot of people say, yo, Beef, you wrong. My homies call me Beef. A lot of people say, yo, Neil, you wrong and stuff. And I'm like, no, I just don't believe I'm wrong. So I want to throw it to you guys. My mindset, I grew up in sports. I grew up being very competitive. I grew up playing team sports. When I played team sports, regardless of how I felt, I had an obligation to my teammates. I had an obligation to be a team player. I had an obligation to give my all every single night, day in and day out. Blood, sweat, and tears, cried about this stuff. I remember I elected not to go to a game because I wanted to spend time with my aunt and my cousin, just going to a store, because I never got to go out that much as a child. And as my whole childhood, that's one of the memories that I remember, because I felt like, and I did let my team down, because I elected to skip a game when at that time I was the best player on the team. Your best player and supposedly your leader did not show up. And I just end up wanting to spend time with family. I mean, I get it. Yes, spend time with family and stuff, but look back at it now. I am so mad at myself that I didn't show up for my team. What Neil is trying to say, guys. What CT is trying to say. Y'all know what CT stands for. Y'all already know. It stands for conspiracy theorist. Also, you can say controversial talker. And we about to get into it. My problem with the James Harden and my problem with the Ben Simmons situation is that they basically force their way out of a situation. And I don't like that. Not because they were unhappy and they wanted or needed to be gone, but because in the process they let their teammates down. In the process, they didn't show up for their team. In the process, they made it seem and look all about them and not about their team. See, y'all still ain't getting it, man. What I'm trying to say is, I don't care about the millions and hundreds of millions that these guys are making. When you sign your name on this dotted line, we're going to get to a sign the dotted line. When you sign your name on this dotted line, another part of you signing is a moral obligation and responsibility to your teammates. This is a team sport. And in order for you to be the best team, in order for you to win the championship, you have to have a chemistry, you have to have a cohesiveness, and you have to have a trust for your players around you. And my mindset is, play your fullest until you can get out of the situation. But you have Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons we just got past the trade deadline. Ben Simmons have not played one game this season. Even in practice, you can saw he wasn't even really a part of the practice, doing his own thing, not speaking to nobody, not really in the huddles and stuff like that. Ben Simmons really detached himself from a team. But on that dotted line, you still are getting paid, for one. And then two, you're letting your teammates down because you are unhappy. And in Ben Simmons' situation, sorry to go straight to the person, but we got to have this conversation. In Ben Simmons' situation, it was your fault. It was your fault. You the one who didn't show up in the playoffs. You the one who missed wide open layups. You the one who had the lane and you passed it off to somebody else and messed up the whole play. You was open. You the one not hitting your free throws. You the one who's scoring 0 points in fourth quarters. You. But then you carry yourself like it's the team fault because you don't want to be there. If that was your fault. I don't know what you're doing in the off season. Work on your shot. And I don't care about these videos circulating around. I don't care about these videos looking at you in practice or pickup games, hitting shots from three, hitting shots. I don't care about all that. You can't do that come game time. You can't do that come game time. And see, I wasn't even the type of person to come at you like that. But you holding your team hostage made me come that way. And because I am a previous athlete, is why I'm speaking like this. That was wrong, bro. Even if you was 100% right, the way you went about it was wrong. You let your team down, man, and you was one of the leaders on the team. You was one of the best talents on the team, and dang near, you was one of the best talent in the whole NBA. And that's what you did. James Harden. Same argument with you. This is why I'm doing this, guys, because both of them virtually did the same thing. Ben Simmons was way worse, though. James Harden. This goes all the way back to Houston for you. This goes all the way back to Houston. You was there for a few years doing your thing. Never really showed up in the playoffs. A lot of it I didn't blame on you just because the playoffs is a different beast and you need an actual team. See, you carried and held your team down in the regular season, but when the playoffs came, you got exposed because you didn't have the right pieces around you. People didn't step up. So now I actually saw you trying to make something happen, and for just some reason your shots was not dropping like they were in the previous season. You are in the previous season. In the regular season, you are a regular season threat. But in the off season, in the postseason, subpar. Just be honest. Just throw that out. Then come up to last season, then when you was with the Houston Rockets. You got what you wanted. At one point in time, you had Dwight Howard. He got up out of there. At another time, you had Chris Paul. That didn't work out. At another time, you had Russell Westbrook. That didn't work out. At another time, you had John Wall. I believe John Wall was there while he was there. I know John. If he was there, then that was the last time you played with a star or a superstar. Got up out of there. Here's my problem. How you held the team hostage, looking for yourself. How did you get up out of there? What did you do to get up out of there? I don't know what happened. But for some reason and somehow, you gained a lot of weight. You gained a lot of weight. You rolled into the next season looking 30, 40, 50 pounds more than what you're supposed to be. Actually, probably was more than that. Honestly, no lie. I know Stephen A. say this as a joke, but it seriously looked like you had on a bodysuit. I'm going to just be honest. Looked like you had on a bodysuit. And you wasn't playing like the way you want to play. You scoring 9 points, 10 points. You James freaking Harden. You don't score 9 or 10 points. Can't nobody, 101, nobody stopping you. Nobody can guard you with your shot, with your driving ability. And at that point in time, with the way you could sell a foul. You were the best at getting to the free throw. How you scoring 9, 10 points? I don't understand. Held your team hostage right there. Moving on to Brooklyn Nets. I'm not too mad at the Brooklyn Nets because it was just toxic the whole way. We don't have no clear-cut leader. We don't know what Kyrie is doing. Kevin Durant is solid, but he did get hurt. And even right now, he out right now. The first year you was there, I'm not even gonna lie, you made the adjustments. You made the adjustments. You was holding it down and stuff like that. Here's the problem that I have with you. I don't know what goes on when you get to a point that you fed up, you shut down. Here's the problem with you shutting down is that you still have 4 other people that you're on the court with, and you still have other teammates on the bench. And regardless if you want to or not, a lot of these players still look at you as a leader. And you shut down. And when you shut down, you don't say nothing, but us, the people watching you, your players, we can see. We can see with our own eyes that you are upset and you're not trying your hardest. I don't know if hamstring played a big part in it, but we can see that you don't want to be there. We can see your energy level that you're not giving your all. You want to know why? Because we compare that to your Houston days and your Oklahoma City days. It just don't make sense to me how a person that is a teammate can hold your team hostage the way players do. Now sign on the dotted line. Another thing is, because I said I was coming back to that, a lot of these situations, you know what you get into before you sign, and I know as years go on, things change and stuff like that. You can't really account for that. But once you obligate yourself to something, you have to play it out. But a problem, a lot of things, which I'm 50-50 with this. A lot of you guys is forcing yourself out of these contracts. And the reason why I'm saying I'm 50-50 is because if you weren't happy, get up out of it. But here is the Achilles heel to that. The problem is in the process of you forcing yourself out of your contract, this is a team sport. You're looking out for your best interests, which some people would say, yes, that's what you're supposed to do. But I'm saying you have other people that are counting on you. Do you know how many of these superstars have had to sacrifice just for the greater good, the betterment of their teammates? And if you are going to force yourself out, at least still give your all when you on the court. Make the best out of a worse situation. I just don't get it. I just don't understand where this culture then came to. And like me, I'm around y'all same age. I'm 34 years old. I'm 34. But yet and still, I had a different mindset. I had a still have a killer mentality. But at the same time, it was a team sport. I never was on the court trying to be. I played my position and my skills show. I never tried to be anything more than what I was, and never was the lead singer of a group. Never was that type of person. I thought we was gonna get it there just like the Pistons with, Ben Wallace, or Rasheed Wallace, or Richard Hamilton, well, Chauncey Billups, with who my other guy, Tayshaun Prince. Like I thought we was gonna get it there like that. I thought we was gonna do that. The reason why I'm having this argument, because the two players that hold the team hostage the most in these regards is you guys. And I might have to throw Kawhi Leonard in there, but this ain't about him. I'm just saying. But right now, and y'all two, them teams traded for one another. Flip, flop, swap. And I just don't get it. So that's my rant, guys. That's my conversation. I want to know what you guys think about that. I want to know, am I right that you should think more about your teammates, about your peers, the people you playing with, or should it be think more about yourself and the best situation for you? Also, should it be about winning a championship or getting to the bag or getting that money? Which one should it be? I really need to know this from all of you guys. So I need y'all to go down in the comments, talk to me, let me know. I need to know all of that. I want to have this conversation. I want to keep having this conversation. And if you want to be discreet, if you want to be anonymous, go to let the conversation begin at gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree. Let me know if it was blasphemy on my behalf. Please let me know. And guys, like I always say, take care of yourself and each other.